Yada, yada, yada. Open investigation. Bro, that got nothing to do with me. His death has nothing to do with me. Yes, he made my life about him. Why? Because he needed money. He was desperate. He was desperate. But guess what? He was high. He was on perks. He was on Molly. He was on lean. He was drinking. Where was his parents then? Where was his family then? Nobody was holding Karan accountable. Falsely claiming my son while high as fuck. Nobody held him accountable. Nobody. Nobody was trying to save him before he died. Nobody was trying to save Karan before he died, bro. Because you sit over there, you act like y'all wasn't trafficking the drugs through his basement, which was his grandma, his mom's basement. Like, y'all keep trying to put this narrative out, and then I keep being quiet because I low-key love Karan, and I got respect for his family. But
I ain't gonna lie, Chrisean, bruh, it sound like you capping, bruh. You said homie was on Molly, lean, perk, weed at the same damn time? All of them drugs at the same damn time? Because when he made that video saying that that's his son, he looked sober to me. Like, for a person to be on all of those drugs at the same time, chat, they would damn near be incoherent, bro. And that wasn't the case with bro. Second of all, you snitching, right? Why are you exposing the fact that he was trafficking drugs in his grandma's basement? His grandma probably got nothing to do with that. Now you gonna have the police end up going to his grandma's house, searching the basement, and now his grandma might possibly get charged because they was doing it in her crib, right? Third of all, what's the point of bringing up the drugs when he did not pass away from a drug overdose? Because it sounds like you're trying to paint this narrative that homie was a drug addict. But according to the police, his death was a homicide. Somebody murdered him. He did not have a drug overdose on fentanyl or none of that. The man, like, his life was taken. And what happened before his life was taken? He came out and said that that's his son. He wants a DNA test. He somehow got the court to order that DNA test. And literally 1 week before the DNA test, his life was taken. So Chrisean, like, if you know you've already been questioned by the police, you coming out and saying all these things, it's making you look even more guilty. Because a person that knows they didn't do something would not come on the internet defending themselves to a point where you're exposing new information that nobody knew. Nobody knew this dude was on all those drugs. And listen, you could be lying. Those could be accusations that's not even true. You know what I'm saying? Like, you bringing up him trafficking the dope in the grandma's basement, you snitching. What that got to do with, you know, him having his life taken, Chrisean? So you shouldn't have did this. You coming on the internet, you know the police is watching you. Now they're probably gonna bring you into court to take the stand, cause like you exposing information that we didn't even know.
When y'all not trying to like really say what really happened, say what's really going on, that's what's making me mad for real. Because I'm sitting at the gym. I lie to you not. I'm sitting at the gym. I answer my phone. I tell them come in. There's investigators. They're like, hey, we know you didn't do it. We got his phone. Yada yada yada. We're recording this. Yeah, record it all. Record it all. Because y'all need to put the end to it. Y'all need to find out who really killed that man. I'm tired of that. Keep trying to like everybody ride on my coattail for controversy. Yes, it's getting on my nerves. My child father, he's heard about something, bro. He's heard that I left him when he was in jail. He wanted me to stay in the house. He wanted me to stay in the house when I was pregnant. He wanted me to be there for him when I couldn't be there for myself. He wanted too much from me when I was pregnant. He wanted too much, bro. My baby dad, Blue, he wanted too much, bro.
Yo, Chrisean, once again, you saying too much, bro. Why would you come on the internet and say that the police told you that they know you didn't do it because they went through his phone? That don't mean nothing. Like, they obviously are questioning you because you might be a suspect. So either you're lying about that or the police just telling you one thing, but they secretly watching you. Because I don't know why the police would say that to you. Like, they obviously are questioning you because there's a lot of rumors that you had something to do with this. Why? Because this man was trying to come out and prove that he was your child's father. Then you want to bring up Blueface. First of all, Blueface is claiming that's not his son, right? You linked up with Blueface in Miami. You allegedly took his phone and posted on the Instagram story that he's the dad. The same day Blueface went on Twitter and said, you took his phone. He's still denying that that's his son. Right? And where's the proof? Like Chrisean, like, where's the DNA test proving that Blueface is the father? You do know if you went on the internet and you posted that DNA test, nobody couldn't ever say that Blueface is not the dad. Why won't Blueface come to the internet and post the DNA test, right? Because Blueface obviously still likes you, right? You and Blueface are obviously still in love with each other, right? So if you're his baby mom, why is Blueface not protecting you by posting the DNA test? Why did he come out and say that's not his son? He took a DNA test. He literally said that's Ronnie's son, bruh. And he hinted that you had something to do with him passing. Your sister, Taseki, your blood sister, your big sister, hinted that you had something to do with that. So, plus Blueface also came out and said that you have a bad habit of trying to backdoor people. Like when you don't get your way with people, Blueface said that you would try to set them up to get jammed up in an unfortunate situation. So, you know, like, I don't think this is helping you at all. I understand you're coming out because you got everybody on the internet painting this narrative that you're the reason why Ronnie passed away. But at the end of the day, I think you're making the situation worse. I think you should have just stayed quiet. You shouldn't have said nothing. The only thing you should post is a DNA test, bro. And listen, like, I just wish Chrisean Rock and Blueface would just come out and post the DNA test results, bro. Because if you could prove that Blueface is the father, then this whole thing is done, right? Like, you being a suspect, you having something to do with this people would stop talking about it. But the fact is, we don't know who the dad is.
I had enough. I couldn't do what he wanted me to do, bro. Okay, I chose myself. I got in the gym. I got my life right. My son, he's going to be walking. He's going to be talking at his own pace. But for everybody to sit here like, I'm not getting attacked, is crazy. I'm getting attacked from 3 different things, maybe 4. Like, when my homegirl passed me the evil eye, I just knew something was off. Like, it wasn't because of her, but I just know, okay, evil finna start knocking at my door. I'm talking about banging like, pretending something that it's not. Like, I could literally cry right now. Because my heart is so big. I love God. I love really hard. But for you to get on a flight, for you to risk your life.
Yo, Chrisean, I ain't gonna lie, bruh. It seemed to me like you had no sympathy at all for Ronny Doe, man. You know, we really talking about Ronny Doe. You know, his murder has been unsolved for 17 months now. And instead of just having some sympathy, it seems to me like you playing victim, right? You don't like the fact that he was claiming your son when you guys were involved with each other. Blueface knows you was messing around with that dude while y'all was dating, right? And nobody's mad at that because, you know, Blueface was messing around too. You know, we all know Blueface, you know, is not a one-woman man. So there's nothing wrong with that. But instead of just coming out saying you didn't do it, like, you making all of these excuses, it's just making you look more guilty, in my opinion. I'm not gonna lie, you know what I'm saying? Now you about to get into, you know, Blueface flying you out to Miami. That don't got nothing to do with the Ronny Doe thing. If Blueface really liked you and really cared about you, he would take the DNA test, post the results, and all of this would be put behind you. Because the motive for you allegedly, you know, if you did do something to this dude, it would be because he was about to prove that he's the father of your child. That's all it would prove. It would prove that Ronny Doe was the dad. So if you could take a DNA test and post it with Blueface, nobody would talk about none of this. But, you know, you keep saying Blueface is the dad. He's saying he's not the dad. He claims he took a DNA test. He's not the dad. You feel me? It just looks crazy. Blueface got a whole girlfriend. He got a baby on the way. He got 2 babies on the way. You know what I'm saying? He's living at home with his girlfriend. And you the side chick. You wish you was still the main chick. Right? And I ain't gonna lie, man. It just looked crazy, man. So If you a Blueface ain't gonna post them DNA test results, bro, I don't even think you should be speaking on this situation, because everything you're saying in this live, it could be used in court if the police decide to, charge you and say that you had something to do with this. So you really incriminating yourself, Chrisean. I ain't gonna lie, cause if you're lying, if the police find out that you lying about stuff that you saying in this live, it's just gonna make you look even more guilty.
And for it to be another narrative that have nothing to do with what happened, it's crazy. Then all these trolls keep talking about Karan. He's dead. He is dead, bro. Y'all never asked me not one time how did I feel about it? Did it hurt me? Did it move me? At that point, I already stopped loving him. Not like that. When he died, I had no feelings in my body, because it was like that person was trying to kill me before he left. Real shit. He really was. He was trying to diminish my character, my image. He was trying to clout chase off of my son that I love the most. Like, people be doing stuff and don't know what be actually the after effect. What? All y'all sound dumb, bro. All y'all sound dumb, bro. Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like,
I ain't gonna lie, bro, Chrisean, bro. You really sound like you feel some type of way that Ron was saying that was his son, bro. Like, what's wrong with the man taking a DNA test, though, right? Like, if you so confident that that's your son, right? Like, even after the man passed away, the man's been gone for 17 months now, right? Almost 2 years, right? Why do you still sound so mad that he was saying that was his son, right? Like, when you know that you have a sexual history with Karan or whatever his name is, right? Like, come on now, like, Blueface knew you was messing around with dude while you was messing with him. So when you sound so angry that he was claiming your son, like, that's motive right there for why people think you had something to do with him dying. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I say, like, you coming on live and talking and saying all this how I know you're not smart. Because if you know the police is questioning you, they're going around asking people, did you have something to do with this? There's clips of people on the internet saying that they think you had something to do with this. Why would you come on live and say everything that you saying? Because you just making yourself look guilty, bruh. You come on here talking about homie was a drug addict. He was on 5-6 different drugs at the same time. He did not pass away from a drug overdose. But the reason why you're saying that is because you're trying to paint this narrative that the reason why he said that was his son is because he was high on drugs. And anybody go look at those clips of when Cameron was saying that, or Karan, whatever his name is, was saying that that's his son. He looked sober to me. He did a whole interview talking about Chrisean Rock. Go look at the interviews. Go look at the clips. He doesn't look like a man that's on perks, Molly, lean, and weed at the same time, bruh. It's like a man that was sober, you know what I'm saying, that just wanted to see if that was his son. That's what it seemed like to me. So I ain't gonna lie, bruh, Chrisean, bruh, this was the dumbest thing you could do. Like, I don't know who told you to do this. Obviously, you don't have a lawyer or something like that. You should get one, just in case. You should already have a lawyer on deck, because the lawyer would have told you not to do something stupid like this, bruh. If you know there's a criminal investigation going on, and they're questioning you and everybody around you to see if you had something to do with this, the dumbest thing you could do is come on the internet and show how mad and upset you were that this man was saying that Chrisean Jr. is his son, bruh. That's the dumbest thing you could have possibly done, bruh. So, listen, man. We're going to see if Blueface really cares about Chrisean, because I'm going to say this, right? If Blueface doesn't come out very soon and post the DNA test and say, hey, Junior's my son, you know, he don't really care about Chrisean, because Chrisean can end up going to prison for this, bro. If they find out that she really had something to do with this, Chrisean is cooked, bro. And then Blueface is going to be the one that's going to be stuck to take care of Chrisean Jr., right? And I think Blueface would end up just giving the kid up for adoption. Do y'all really think Blueface would take on that job? Hell nah. You know Miss Carlisa's not going to do it, because Blueface's mom doesn't think that's his son either. So this whole situation is bad, man. But let me know what y'all think about this. It's your boy Days. Make sure y'all subscribe, thumbs up the video, click that hype button for your boy. I'm out.